Hey everybody, this is my 125 gallon tank, and today we're going to do a water change. We're going to wipe down the front glass. I'm probably going to get in there and clean out the canister filter, and I'm going to remove a lot of the floating water sprite you can see there off to the left. It's just getting overgrown and it's making the whole end of the tank completely dark. We'll see what we need to do to the glass on top. Maybe we got some algae growing on that. Maybe that's blocking some light as well. But between the grunge that's growing on the glass and all of this thick, dense water sprite we've got growing down here, it's really dimming the tank out and making it difficult to see the fish and stuff in there. So we're going to get in and do some basic maintenance today. I will have lots of that water sprite available for sale, so I'll put my email down below if you're interested in that. Hit me up, let me know. I've also got Java Fern, and there's from time to time I've got a few other things. So again, if you're interested in aquatic plants, check out the description down below. I'll put my email down there and you can check that out. In the meantime, as I said, we're just going to get in and do some basic maintenance. I'm going to do the filter today, I think, and we are really going to get in and wipe down this glass good and thorough. Once you get up a little closer to it, you can see how grungy and gross the glass is. There's not a lot I'm going to be able to do as far as getting the algae off of all of the fern that's growing in here, or the anubias I've got down here. I'm also going to get in, you can see I've got some of these tiger lilies have made it to the surface. So I'm going to need to get in and trim those way back. And then of course I'll do any other little oddball maintenance while I'm in there that needs to be done. Trim any dead leaves off of any plants or anything that I notice or what have you. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on it. I'll leave you with a few seconds of a before look. And there's your after. So quite a difference. The glass was filthy. That took quite a while to get all the grunge and gross growth off of it. And then of course the water sprite there on the left was just outrageous. So I really got in there and removed a lot of it. Again, I got a whole tank full of it in the other room available. So if anybody's interested, again, check down below for my email and you'll see that. Other than that, not a lot to discuss. Just maybe 25-30% water change, nothing drastic or huge. I got in there and cleaned the filter out. That was filthy and disgusting. Wiped the glass down, as I mentioned. You can see that. It's all beautiful and clear. I sprayed a little bit of hydrogen peroxide on the tops of the Java Windelov in here. It was growing pretty thick with all that sort of dark green grungy stuff, and you can still see a lot of it's on there, but the hydrogen peroxide killed a fair whack of that off. So what I did was when the water was drained and it was down below that level, I gave it a good spritz and I kind of let it soak, and I sort of sprayed it in and around there so not too much was dripping down into the tank. But again, with the tank this size, you got a little bit of room to mess around. So I didn't spray that much in there, but I did spray some, and you can tell it cleaned it up quite a bit. I also sprayed some of the exposed tips of the fern down here, and you can see a little bit of it's cleared off. Maybe somebody chewed a little bit of that off. I don't think that's from the hydrogen peroxide necessarily. And I sprayed the surface of some of the very upper tops of the can't even think of what it's called now. Whatever that stuff we're looking at is, my mind's gone completely blank. I cannot think of the name of that to save my life. Anubias, there we go. I sprayed the very tops. You can see this one down here. Maybe a little bit of whiteness up top there. Maybe if we look in from the top, you're probably going to just see a bunch of glare. Yeah, maybe you can see a little bit of some of those top leaves have a little bit of stuff cleared off of them. Again, nothing major, just a little bit of spritz of hydrogen peroxide on there. You really got to be careful when you spray that on plants because it will kill the plants. You know, you want to kill the stuff on the surface. You don't want to kill the tissue of the leaf. You know, it doesn't have to damage the roots to kill the plant. If you damage the leaf tissue itself, you will kill the plant. So be really, really careful when you're spraying the hydrogen peroxide. Again, I don't recommend it. I do it just because I've messed around with it enough over the years that, you know, I know what I can do safely and not. And I'm, you know, if I lose a few leaves here and there, I stunt the plant back a little bit. No great loss. You know, I know what it's from and I know what I'm doing, so I don't worry too much about it. But again, it's risky. You can kill animals, you can kill plants, and there's not a ton of benefit. You really don't get a huge amount of cleaning power when you use the hydrogen peroxide in your tank. So again, I don't necessarily recommend it, but I do use it, so I'll mention it and I'll talk about it in that context since I did use it. So there you go. I got one more tank I want to tend to tonight, and that is going to be up in my wife's tank in my wife's room. And we're going to go ahead and do a before and after water change on that too. So make sure you're subscribed, and that way you won't miss that update or anything else. So don't forget, this one here is my 125 gallon tank. Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you real soon in the next one.